Yesterday we created a new user, right? I'll use the demo instance.
So, Ravi sir, so are you going to provide the URL and the stuff, right, for practice?
Yeah,
You
yes,
already
yes.
provided, or
I'll I'll
yesterday I
I'll
didn't attend, right? Okay, okay, sure.
I'll ping you now. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, mm, okay, I think it is getting slow. So I'll use this dev instance. So yesterday I shown you how to create a user handle. Mm, this is different user I'm using. So you can log in with your own user. So as I shown you, we assigned job roles, IT security manager and application implementation consultant. So why these two job roles we assigned? IT security manager job role. Um, so it's a provide the give the access for security console. So this one setup and maintenance. So this is admin tool actually. So admin role what? So creating new users, updating users. So like that, right? But here application configuration in FSM, functional consultant configure the setups. Um, but here, first we need to understand enterprise structure. Okay. So enterprise structure, nothing but it's organization structure, right? So every organization will have some hierarchy, levels. So this will be standard everywhere, any kind of industry. This will never change. This structure always will maintain same level, same. Okay. But how many uh, entities, divisions um, creating that depends on business requirement. Okay. Say top level in this enterprise structure, enterprise. Enterprise means it's a group. Sometimes they maintain groups of companies, right? Um, if you take example, Tata, it's a enterprise name. We define as Tata Group or Tata, simple. Under that, we'll have a many different companies. They register individually, independently companies. Those are group of companies. Sometimes all the organization enterprises may not maintain a group of companies. They maintain only one line of business. But anyway, it is a top level, either groups of company or individual company. Enterprises top. Under that, under enterprise will maintain the primary ledger. So what is the purpose of maintaining this primary ledger? So every organization manage the financial transactions, right? Then based on purchases, sales, material transactions, manufacturing activities, CRM activities, HR activities. So they maintain financial transactions. For the financial transactions, manage the accounting entries, different accounting accounts they will maintain. So like liabilities account, liability accounts, asset accounts, expense accounts, revenue accounts, like that. So they will manage the debit, credit values in those accounts. Then finally, for the accounts maintained, create journals. Journal information finally will keep maintained in the primary ledger, right? So primary ledger is the centralized financial information maintained in this level. So based on that only, right, we'll prepare profit and loss. What is the profit? What is the loss? And balance sheet. So what is a list of the assets, list of the liabilities. So all this will create based on this financial information only. So this kind of details, information will centralize where in the primary ledger. Okay, so this is a financial setup, financial team, consultant. So he will configure how many primary ledgers required. And there is the concept secondary ledger, reporting currency, all this. So we don't want to that much detail, not required, but you understand what is the primary ledger. So then next word, legal entity. Yeah, legal entity. So in the level itself, there is the meaning legal entity. If you want to start a business anywhere, any country, so nowadays, even for small shops also, we need trade license, right? Locally, we need to get that trade license. And if something business plan bigger size, so you must have a registration in farm registers. As per company law, so you have to register the company. So then only you can start your business legally. So that is what legal entity. So now again take the same example, Tata. So TCS, Tata Consulting Service. It's a one legal entity. So Tata registered as TCS. It's a one legal entity. So likewise, Tata having many more different companies, right? Tata Motors. It's another company. It's registered as another company, different company, but which belongs to Tata Groups. And Pantaloons, West Side. So they're into textile also, right? So those defined as registered as different legal entity. And Tanishq. Titan, many, all are different legal entities only. Even you take ITC, so that's also there. They're into tobacco manufacturing. They're into what stationery manufacturing, hotels. So many different line out there. So every company they register separately. Let's say ITC is the group. Under that, they register different company, even Aditya Birla, L&T. Hmm? Okay, so those are legal entities. Here also, based on business requirement, they may create multiple more legal entity. And one more thing, so it's the same line of business. Let's suppose automobiles manufacturing. Now in India, started business successfully running. I wanted to expand my business to some other country, Japan. But directly I cannot start that. First in Japan, I will register the company. So now India legal entity, Japan legal entity. For India, I'll maintain separate primary ledger. For Japan, I'll maintain a separate primary ledger. And it will have their own profit and loss calculation balance sheet. India also will have a separate profit and loss and balance sheet preparation. They will not mix actually much. Separately, individually, they will maintain. Management also can be different. India management, Japan management. Japan management will not involve in India business. India management will not involve in Japan business. Maybe sometimes some rules, global CFO, global CEO, something like that they maintain. They will involve in both. But maintenance, separately they will maintain. So because of that, they create different legal entities. But not only that, suppose I have a business in India. I don't have business in other country. Sometimes I'll create different legal entities. One for HR operations, one for non-HR. That means purchases, sales. I'll create. So this the way also may define multiple legal entities in within the line of business. And tax structure also will decide. So tax calculate at legal entity level. So why? Because a legal entity will have a PAN number. Based on PAN number only, we'll calculate the tax, right? So suppose if I have SEZ locations, non-SEZ location, in SEZ tax structure will be different. There will be some tax exemptions, less percentage. So in that case, just to separately calculate the transaction tax for the SEZ location, in this case also may define different legal entities. Okay. So that depends completely. Here also, financial team, they will involve more and decide how many legal entities required. But definitely as a procurement, SCM, manufacturing consultant, so we'll involve in these discussions for understanding how they're defining, how they're deciding legal entities, primary ledgers and all. Okay. So next what? Business unit. See, at primary ledger and legal entity level, will not create any business transactions. At business unit level, will maintain business transactions, business activities, business operations. What uh, based on your actual demand, forecasting demand, um, will create uh, purchasing transactions, purchasing documents, and receiving into warehouse, then ship to customer or supplied to manufacturing unit. So all this will maintain at a business unit level and manage some customer services, um, CRM activities, all this. So actual purchase, sales, and material transactions will maintain at this business unit level. And other financial transactions also, like payables, receivables, will maintain at business unit level. So financial transactions will maintain, purchases will maintain, sales will maintain, CRM activities will maintain at this business unit level. So next what? Inventory. So here you can say inventory or warehouse or plant, anything. But generally, as per this enterprise structure terminology, here we maintain inventory. So inventory, warehouse, both are same, right? Where maintain the stock for the raw material and finished good. So that is what inventory and warehouse. But plant is what manufacture finished good. So inventory supplies the stock to plant, raw material supplies to the plant manufacture finished good. Again, this FZ item, finished good, will supply, move to inventory. Always stock will maintain in inventory and warehouse only. Okay. So that is what next level. So under inventory level, sub inventory. So sub inventory is what in organization will maintain different types of products, right? Items. Just simplifying. In one place, I'll maintain raw material stock. In another place, I'll maintain. Another place means it will not be having much distance. Side by side also, it's a separately I'll maintain the stock. So in this place, I'll maintain raw material stock. In this place, I'll maintain finished goods stock. So what I say, it's a raw material sub inventory, it's a finished goods sub inventory. Likewise, so spares. If you take example, automobile industry again, different types of spares I'll maintain, right? Like mechanical items, mechanical spares, engineering spares, electrical, electronic spares, lubricants, accessories. So finished good, I'll maintain like that. So how many sub inventories now? 5, 6. So that depends organization, industry type. In warehouse inventory will maintain those many sub inventory. If you take example only distribution center, so it's also inventory warehouse, right? So many different sub inventories they will maintain. You take some nearby your um, supermarket. See, in some one place they will maintain vegetables. In one place they will maintain snack items. In one place cooking oil. One place detergents. One place um, some electronics goods. So how many? They maintain some big number of the sub inventories, right? So how many sub inventories defining that completely business type of business will decide. Okay. So next last level locator control locator level. So what is the locator? Whatever produce finished good or purchase raw material, they will not keep directly on the floor, right? They will maintain some structure. They will maintain row in the row rack, in the rack some levels. In that level, they will keep the product. So that is what locator. So here, so proper way they maintain stock maintenance in sub inventory. So it is locator. You know, right? Advantages why they maintain such a physical structure. One thing is uh, it's one way. It looks impact good, and we can avoid the damages. Quickly, I can identify where the product is located, and in less place area, I can maintain more stock. So these are the advantages why we keep locator structure. Not only in big warehouses, right? Even in small general stores, provisional stores, medical shops, they follow this kind of structure combination. Row, rack, level, even items still smaller. Medical shop, right? They will maintain small bins. In that bin, they will maintain the tablets. So what is the combination they made? Row, rack, bin, sorry, level, bin. Some items directly they keep in level. Still items are smaller that they keep in the bin. So this word locator meaning. So first we need to define the structure in application. So who will define the structure? So generally in implementation project, we'll have a regular meetings, everyday meetings, sometimes complete day meetings. All the team members, implementation team and management team will involve in this discussions. So then they will decide who will create this level, who is responsible creating this level. In general, this enterprise and all that I cannot say so and so person will define, but in team, so may decide one person you completely create it, that person may create, but here some HCM, HR related details will select at enterprises. So because of that, maybe we may request HCM consultant complete this enterprise structure. And primary ledger, obviously financial consultant. So he will complete configure the primary ledger, but he will provide the details to other team members. So these are the primary ledgers created. And the legal entity also financial and may involve discussion HCM and supply chain management. Business unit, finance and supply chain management. Inventory, SCM. Sub-inventory, SCM consultant. Locator also SCM consultant. So team members will decide who will define this. So how many has to define? What is the purpose defining this many levels? See, a vertical level be same. This will never change. Always enterprise, primary ledger, legal entity. But parallelly, how many other units, entities should be defined? That is in discussion, will decide it. Okay. And in between, will maintain division also. Okay, division will define, but division will not assign to directly this levels. That separately will maintain in human capital management division. Okay, that's okay. You no need to think much about it. So that is separately will maintain. But how this will link to enterprise structure? In the primary ledger, will define what there is the setup chart of accounts. And the chart of accounts will define cost center segment. Cost center segment will associate with division. So this is the way we'll have a link with enterprise structure. There will not keep directly in enterprise structure. Okay. You don't worry about that. Okay, division. So this is the one thing. And second thing we need to understand business flow. So this is important. Everything it connect in every business, not only one particular business. So this flow they will follow. Right? See how the business transactions start. Man is in the organization. What is the source to start create business transactions? Right. So now I started business. Even you take a small shop you started, uh, either medical shop or provisional store, general kirana products, provisional products. So after open the business, start the business, simply will not keep the stock in your shop, right? Behind that, there will be some planning calculations, right? So, okay, this is the area. Okay, in this area, what type of products need to maintain? How much stock should be maintained? Some calculations. That calculations, high level calculations or detail level that is different. But there should be some calculation. Okay, this product, okay, cooking oil, how many pockets should maintain? Body soaps, how many should maintain? Detergents, how many should maintain? So that will first will plan it, right? Then we'll place the order. Suppliers, vendors, they will supply. That stock, I'll keep it in my shop. Then I'll start selling to my customers. So, but in wide range, in the companies, big companies, will maintain a planning team, right? Planning team. Always they will plan, they will forecast demand for the future. Forecasting calculation is what? What is the forecasting? This minute calculating for next minute. This hour calculating for next hour. Today calculating for tomorrow. Today, this week calculating for next week, next few weeks. This month calculating for next few months. That can be 1 month, a quarter, half year, 1 year. Say in the year December or November, I'm predicting demand from the market for the entire 2026. November, December only I will predict, I will calculate. So that is what forecasting demand, right? So then only you can meet the your customer demand and expectations. See, suppose today customer requested for some products. If I don't have prediction and forecasting demand calculation, how I will have a stock in my inventory warehouse? That is impossible, right? If customer requests today, now I should be able to ship it, fulfill the customer demand. So when that possible, prior to today's, we must have a forecasting demand week back, month back. Then only I should have a stock today. Otherwise, it's never. We can't fulfill our customer demand. Obviously, our business will we will lose that customer. So if continues this, we'll shut down the business. So continue the business, giving the customer satisfaction. You must have some planning calculations. But what level of range that depends on business type, industry, how they are expanded. Based on that, we'll decide it. So here, planning team will calculate the forecasting demand. Right. So demand actually two types of demands, right? One is um, forecasting demand, and second thing is um, actual demand. Forecasting demand and actual demand. So forecasting demand, it's a expected. It's not real demand. So this will maintain in planning department, planning team. So then, based on this forecasting demand, will forecast for make item and buy item, right? For both, they will forecast make item and buy item. So if organization is manufacturing organization, manufacturing unit, so they calculate Okay, in the year 2006, in December, how much stock should maintain? Suppose they suggested in the forecasting demand, they calculated 1000 quantity required. To produce 1000 quantity, it's take at least 2 months time. So 1st of January or 2nd of January, I should have a 1000 quantity stock, finished good stock in my organization warehouse. When I should start manufacturing? At least I should start in November 1st, right? So then only I will have this. And also, we don't know in between if any power cuts, strikes, and machines breakdown. Who will expect all this? So then, at least if I consider all this, at least I should start 15th October, I should start. Then when forecasting demand has to calculate that? So in 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week, I cannot complete forecasting, right? At least month, 1.5 month, 2 months, I have to start forecasting calculation. So that means what? In August only, you should start calculating forecasting demand for the year 2026 for entire year. 6 months before, 8 months before, in real environment, they will start forecasting calculation. How they will calculate forecasting demand? So they will collect the historical data. Historical data can be last minute data also, it's historical data. Previous day data, historical. Last month data, historical. Last year data, historical. But generally they will follow yearly. But only collecting 24 data is enough. So will you feel that would be give some, anyway, it's not accurate. Forecasting data, it will never be accurate, but at least maximum percentage we try to meet. It's not 100%, maximum percentage, at least 90%. Still, sometimes maybe that also will fail. That depends. See, suppose we expected it's a soft drinks calculations for the month June, July. Some quantity we calculated. Suddenly, rain started. Then what will happen? Automatically, that forecasting calculation um, that will different, right? Then more, it will have a more difference. That is unexpected. That will happen definitely. So in 8 months back, for 2026, we are calculating demand. Once we entered in 2026, and the month is July, August month. So it's a cars manufacturing unit. We produce some around 5,000 units we produced, but there is no sales. There is no demand from the customer. Not expected. This is the impact, global impact, right? Somewhere something happened. In US something happened. In Europe something happened. Automatically that impact in our business. So in such a case, definitely there will be some huge losses. Even this much properly based on historical data we calculated. So I took 4 years, last 4 years, 5 years historical data based on that. So I am expected in 2025 August, 26 June, July will have a 5,000 cars demand expectation. It is completely failed. Only we sold out some around 3,000. 2,000. So it's a huge difference, right? That will also happen. No, okay. Huge differences. But that must be having regularly this forecasting demand calculations. Okay. So based on the make item, how forecasting demands, similarly, then immediately automatically will identify how much we should purchase raw material spares. So that is the buy items. But if implemented system, if you calculate the demand for finished good, automatically system will suggest calculate the demand for buy item. Why? Because these items will assign to finished good, right? It will have a link, bill, item structure link. So it will system will be calculated automatically. So again, there will be some detailed subject that okay, slowly we'll understand. So this based on this forecasting demand, they will purchase raw material and they will create work orders in plant and they will produce and maintain the stock in your warehouse inventory. Then you will find the actual demand. Actual demand means customer ordered, I need this product, this much quantity on this date. So then that is what actual demand. And actual demand, so I will fulfill my customer requirement. So fulfill customer demand. Customer demand is the actual demand. Right. So now, so this fulfilling customer demand cycle is what? What is the cycle name? It's a order to cash. Order to cash cycle. Order to cash cycle. So basically, this application work on cycles only, business cycles only. So for purchasing raw material, buy items, what is that cycle name is called? Procure to pay. Procure to pay. So I'll purchase, I'll pay to supplier. So that is what procure to pay, right? Order to cash. I'll get orders from customers. I will fulfill customer demand. I'll collect cash from customers. So that is the one cycle. Then here, manufacturing finished good. So it's a make to stock. Make to stock. We are making, producing, and then maintain the stock in warehouses. So main these three cycles will maintain in business organization. You see, if it is not manufacturing company, so this may not require, right? So remaining will maintain. So remaining this two will maintain in distribution centers, distribution organization. Only inventory warehouses. If it is plant, So we will maintain this cycle also. So always these three cycles in all type of industries. If it is not a manufacturing unit, they will follow this too. If it is manufacturing unit, they will follow all these three. So procure to pay, they will place the order. It will send it to the supplier. Supplier supply the stock. And just give me a moment. I'll open those cycles also for quick understand. High level, it's not a detail level. What happened? Why it is not opening? See, this one, once forecasting demand, for buy item, that says, okay, O2C. This is the P2. Yeah. See, here, there is this one, ASCP, nothing but it's a planning module. This one, ASCP is the planning module. Here we'll calculate the forecasting demand for both make item and buy item. So if item is buy item, um, from the ASCP, that will suggest. So creating purchase requisition and creating purchase order. So this will send it to the supplier. Supplier will ship the stock, will receive and maintain receive into inventory, maintain the stock in sub inventory. So then against receiving will maintain AP invoice, will make the payment. So wherever this transactions created, against that will maintain the accounting entries and receipt level, and sometimes requisition level and purchase order level also, and receipt level and payable invoice, payments, all the data, this accounting financial transaction data. So we'll move to the general ledger. Here it will generate the journals. So this will maintain in primary ledger. That is what we discussed, right, in the enterprise structure. So this is for buy item. Also, we should have a make item cycle, right? So from the ASCP, where forecasting demand calculated for make item. But here ASCP directly will create work order. Anyway, that cycle not prepared. Okay, work order will be created in that from ASCP. Work order will create in manufacturing. So then release work order, complete work order. Then after completing, move or transfer, move FZ finished good to inventory warehouse. So this is the cycle. The forecast calculated for finished good. Work orders will be generated. Release those to plant. Then we'll complete finished good and that will move to inventory. So then we will find actual demand. Once you find the actual demand, so how this cycle in O2C cycle, see here, for the actual demand, we'll create the sales order. Then here we'll maintain the submit the sales order here. It's a sales order is the document actually. In that sales order, we'll maintain this the order or demand come from which customer, where this customer located, and for what are the products customer ordered and how much quantity they're requesting on which date, and pricing information, discounts details, any warranty guarantee, shipping instructions, picking instructions, order priority, all these details will maintain in the sales order form, sales order page, sales order document. So optionally we can maintain approvals also. Say someone fill the details in sales order, then other person will review and he will approve it. If any changes, sessions are required, he will request to who is the person, user preparing this sales order. So he will update again, he will send for approval. But this approval is not mandatory here in the O2C cycle. For the sales order, in standard functionality, I'm talking. As per this application point of, approvals are not mandatory. But if business demands we must have approvals, we need to configure it. So this is also standard functionality. We no need to go for any customizations. So after review, so then it will get approved. So that will be submit sales order. So yes, everything is fine. We submitted, and the submitted sales orders will release to inventory warehouse. Why we are releasing this? The sales department. In the sales department only will manage, maintain the sales orders. So then releasing to warehouse. In warehouse only will maintain the stock, right? That item can be anything, either buy item or make item. So based on this priority, how we are following the release rules. So we'll pick stock and move to somewhere staging sub inventory. Temporarily we'll keep the stock here and we'll complete some shipping formalities. We need to prepare some documents, we need to pack. After that, we'll ship to the customer. So here we'll prepare the shipment document, then we'll ship to the customer. So after along with the shipment document, we'll send the invoice, bill to customer, collect the payment from customer, receipt. Receipt means here receiving payment from the customer. Here also at different levels, at picking level, shipping level, at the time of creating AR invoice, at the time of creating AR receipt, we'll have a different accounting entries. Against those entries, we'll maintain the journals. Those journals will post to primary ledger. See, Wherever any transaction create against that will have a financial transaction entry, cost accounting entry, receipt accounting entry. For those entries will maintain the journals. Journal data finally will keep in primary ledger. Now, in primary ledger, you will have a entire data across the applications, whatever transactions you created. So finally, that information will maintain in primary ledger only. Then only I can prepare the profit and loss and balance sheet, right? So first, so these are the based on the cycles only. We'll have a discussion in future sessions. So base understanding is this, but somewhere we'll maintain some detail level configuration discussion. But for everything, base is this. If you clear with this understanding cycles, then future configuration topics discussions, it would be much difficult understanding point of. Okay. Yeah. Here today I'll stop the session. Let's start configuration in tomorrow's session. So any questions?
Ravi, demo instance, which one is working, Ravi? I mean, like,
I'll check it. Today also I'll check that.
okay, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, Ravi.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So Rajesh and Majid, do I have your number? I have Rajesh's number. Majid, are you there?